Good morning!
Good morning!
It's the last day. We're on our way to return the travel trailer to Jared at Sheer RV. I think we're ready. I think we're ready to get on with our next thing. And we wanted to finish our trip with this last video to kind of walk you through a little bit about where we've come from, what this was all about, and so forth. So a lot of folks have asked about the SEA CAY WAY thing. What does it mean? Why the name? A couple things. SEA CAY WAY, it's a play on words, or play on letters rather. C for Chris, K for Carla, in a marine kind of setting. So SEA CAY Way. And that name was coined by a couple of friends a few years back because they really appreciated the way we lived our lives. The adventures that we were on, the style of living that we did, the fact that we just marched to the beat of our own drum.
So they called it the Chris and Carla Way.
They call it the Chris and Carla Way.
They want it to be more like the Chris and Carla Way.
Right. And then it became the SEA CAY Way. And so that's where we're at. And so SEA CAY Way originated with the sailboat concept. So along a few years back, we started very, very lightly, but with some intent of cleaning up the local marine area where we live. And it started to flourish into, wow, we really could do this elsewhere. And then, of course, I learned that when we plan to travel in the Caribbean, that there are many islands that are quite a mess. And so we wanted to be a part of that. And so we also are considering doing volunteer work when we travel and things like that. So that's kind of where the SEA CAY Way thing came. The reason this all started now was the fact that the COVID thing hit. That's my word,
The COVID
thing hit, and both Carla and I lost our jobs. We had not planned for that. We thought maybe in a year we would then start on our true SEA CAY Way mission. So this got accelerated. And then you add to it that both Carla and I ran into some health issues, that nothing overly serious, but stuff that really caused us to pause and think about what we were doing with our lives. And I think we both kind of had a couple of epiphany moments where we just said, are we living the life we want to live? And most people, everybody seen the meme, you retire at 65, average age of death or whatever, lifespan is 75, 76, something like that. So what do you got, 11, 12, 13, maybe 15 good years to live? We didn't want to do that. So all of this timing worked out perfectly. The health issues we talk about are, Carla has been diagnosed with Lyme disease, and it has really caused her some issues. And so now we just said, nope, we got to get it fixed.
It's raining. You want me to take it over since you're driving?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. It's really raining. Yeah, so I got diagnosed with Lyme, just a couple months ago, but I was having some problems that were starting to interfere with my everyday life. And examples are, I was really having a hard time walking and standing, starting to get to be a problem, and my wrists are not working, and my tongue doesn't work, I can't speak very well, and my brain was turning to mush. So there were my main symptoms. And so losing my job was hard. Never lost a job before, but now that I look back, I don't think I would have followed up with treatment of Lyme or diagnosis, and so maybe it was a blessing in disguise. And then Chris got diagnosed. He's been having lung issues for well before I knew him, so it was a blessing that he met a respiratory therapist, and he got diagnosed finally after having about 20 times pneumonias. He got diagnosed finally with CVID. He ended up in the hospital a couple years ago, and it was scary. It was a lot of oxygen, and he was sick. He was starting to struggle, so we finally got the right diagnosis for him. It's CVID. It's common variable immunodeficiency. It's basically he doesn't make antibodies that protect his lungs, and then he has asthma on top of that. So he's got to give himself needles in the legs every week. Tonight's Monday, so it's infusion night, and he gives himself human plasma antibody infusions every week, and he'll maybe be doing that. I mean, he's supposed to be doing that for the rest of his life. We'll see. Yeah, so that's it in a nutshell. He cannot get coronavirus. I don't think it would be pretty. So we've been isolating ourselves a lot, so the coronavirus, the job loss, and then our health issues, and then realizing that a lot of people work until they're 65 and then they can't afford or they can't physically do what they've been planning to do once they retire. All of that combined kind of accelerated the whole CK Way dream. So we just decided, let's just go for it. Let's just go clean up America. So that's what prompted it, and visit people and kind of check things off the bucket list, just in case, you never know. So that's it in a nutshell. Anything else to add?
No, you got it.
All right, so we are 6 minutes and 48 seconds into this, so let's make this quick. Wrap up video. The highlight of your trip.
Glacier National Park.
Okay. I would say mine also was Glacier National Park. We've been everywhere, I feel like, but Glacier National Park was mine. It was beautiful. We had a gorgeous campsite on a lake. I still haven't made the video yet, but I will. And I got to spend a week with my son, which, I mean, I don't hardly ever see him. I feel like he's all the way up at Boise State, and we live in Florida, so he graced us with his presence for a week, so that was cool. And what did you like about Glacier?
Oh, I just love Glacier. It's beautiful. It's the most beautiful place on earth that I've seen.
So we had a ball.
So what did you learn?
I learned a couple things. The camper we have is half the size of our boat, or maybe even a little less than half the size of our boat, and we have these two ginormous dogs. It was a 17-foot camper. I learned how to live in a tiny space. I also learned, I thought I packed pretty minimally, and I think I still overpacked. So as a hoarder, I definitely am learning how to be a minimalist. I've also learned how to communicate better with my husband. The Casslers taught me how to be a better spouse. Not that I think that I'm bad, and you're not bad either, but you can always be better. So those are the main things I learned. I learned how to edit a video a little bit. I learned that I can sleep without taking a shower right before bed, which was, I don't like to do that, but I learned that I can do that. So what did you learn? Are you going to try top mine?
Well, it's being a little more philosophical, I guess. But
okay.
So I think what I reaffirmed, because I kind of suspected it already, was that you don't need much to live. This cycle that somebody I know coined the term abject consumerism is really nonsense and ridiculous. We work so that we can go buy things. We got to go back to work so that we can keep affording to buy things. And in reality, it's all senseless. And the most important things are the people that you're with, the people that you love, how you love them, and taking in these great gifts of God that we just take for granted. And I think that changing my way about having an Amazon Prime problem, I think I learned that that I don't need that. I don't need all that stuff. So it doesn't matter what the label is on your clothes, doesn't matter what the type of car you drive or any of that. It doesn't matter. You can't take it with you. You can save it all up you want, but you just can't take it with you. And so you better live. You better. What is Andy Dufresne saying? Shawshank Redemption.
I was too young for that movie. What does he say?
You better get busy living or get busy dying. Yeah, and it's true. So I think that's my biggest takeaway.
Yours was way better than mine.
You did learn how to edit video.
You said, I said be a minimalist, and he went off philosophical, like, but he said basically, let's be a minimalist.
Yeah, in a way.
But yeah, you're right. You really learn what's important in life, and it's not all that. It is people and experiences and how you treat people and how...
Oh look, a Lexus dealership. Let's stop in.
Let's look at a Lexus. But our plan is to shove off on the boat as originally planned, just earlier. And I'm going to practice some scuba diving because I can't wait to dive down and pick up garbage. I cannot wait to dive down in the ocean and pick up trash. That's what I'm mostly looking forward to. But not that there's a lot of trash in the ocean. I don't know. But if there is, I'll find it. So anyway, so that's our plan. We're going to shove off on the boat in a couple months and cruise off to the Bahamas indefinitely. Just depends on well, basically depends on money, because I know we're gonna love it there. So if we can sustain ourselves, right?
Yeah.
Then if we have to come back and go back to work, you know, once it's safe, then we'll do that. But for now, I don't know, we're just kind of taking it day by day, because obviously watch the news, which we've tried not to watch the news in the last month. You never know what tomorrow's going to bring. It's different every day, so it's really weird. It's a really weird world to live in right now. So final thoughts?
I'm ready for the next adventure. I'm ready.
I'm ready too. We did start a YouTube channel. Please go find us. It's 3 words, CK Way. We are up to 15 subscribers now. But I didn't really want to send too many people over there yet, because it's kind of crappy. I mean, got like, well, we're getting more and more videos on, but please go over and subscribe to our YouTube channel, because that's probably where we'll start putting our videos.
Yeah.
We're going to try to do weekly videos. We're still going to continue to clean up our local marina and anywhere else that, you know, we stumble upon.
In the preparation phase for what we're trying.
And there's going to be a lot of videos, not a lot of videos, but we're going to try to do one a weekly about prepping and getting the boat ready, and how Captain Dan over there is, Captain Chris is getting it ready, and stuff we're learning and whatnot. So stay tuned. We appreciate feedback. We've been getting a lot, and we appreciate it, and we appreciate you watching our videos and supporting us, and everybody that started picking up garbage. Awesome. Continue to do that. The earth thanks you.